Hi there, I'm Michael Cohn from Advanced Tubular Technologies. I'm the lead developer of VTube laser software and VTube-STEP software that you see on the screen here. The VTube-STEP software allows you to import a part and find the nominal or the master part, the center line of the part, the bender data of the part, the bend radii, etc. It also lets you collect the components around a part and then unbend the part with the components following. So I'm going to show you a quick demo on how that works in today's video. So let's get started. So I've imported a part here for you, and it's got some components on it. So we have to do two basic things here. The first thing we need to do is find the center line of the part, and I'm going to go ahead and do that with using what's called collected features. So I'm going to just collect the center line of the part. And the reason we have to do this is because we need to know the shape of the part so we know how to perform unbending, right? So if we don't have this, we don't know where to unbend. So now at this point, I'm ready to rebuild the parametrics, and it's going to find this part's center line and the diameter and all of that for you. And you can see the information is over here. So when I say parametrics, I mean the center line data of the part and the bender data. It's all here on the screen. And so that part is represented by this white model here. Now we've got these components around this part, so let's go ahead and collect those as well. But we don't want to tell VTube that this is, a tube component, but it's a different kind of component, right? It's going to be a generic component from surface solid right here. So we need to associate each one of these components with a straight so that when the unbending occurs, that it unbends in the right location. So let's go ahead and grab an entire solid here. And I'm going to grab this. I'm going to hold the shift key down and also select this. Now I'm going to right click. So now we have the components for straight 1 selected. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be a bracket on straight 4. So let's go up to straight 4 and select that. 5, 6, straight 6. Select that one. You can see how easy this is. I'm just left clicking on the component and then right clicking to put it in this list on the left as a comp solid, it's called. So now we're on straight 7 right here. So let me go up to straight 7. And there, we've got all the components selected. Now, once those components are selected, we can, at any point, we can unbend this part and the components will follow automatically because VTube knows that these components are attached to associated straights. So in this case, in order to really demonstrate the power of this, I'm going to make my anchor straight 3. So let's get over to parametrics, unbend tab, and I'm going to say straight 3 right here is going to be my anchor straight, which is the straight around which everything unbends. Now, this is how easy it is to unbend. You just go in and say, for example, we're going to unbend the first bend, and I'm going to unbend the last bend. Press F2 to refresh the graphics and watch what happens. I mean, it's that simple. Everything follows in the unbending. And you can keep going. So let's go ahead and do this. And you don't have to unbend in any particular order. You just unbend the way you want to unbend. And let's just go ahead and unbend the whole part. See what happens here. And there we go. The whole part is unbent. And you get to see the orientation of everything relative to everything else as far as components are concerned. You can export this then to a step file, for example, and import it into another solid modeling program like SolidWorks or Inventor or CATIA, whatever. And that way you can get to the orientation. So you get your orientation here, right down this orientation. You get to see the orientation of these components relative to each other. And if you want a really good distance, you're going to need to know the elongation properties of this particular part. So you go into part setup once you figure that out, and you'll type in an elongation percentage. Now in this case, I'm just going to guess a tube elongation percentage. Let's say we figured out that we're going to be stretching 12% every time. So I'm going to type in 12 here, press the enter key. Now as soon as I push refresh right here, watch what happens to this tube. So it's going to shorten up just a little bit. There, it just did. So it's basically getting shorter in the bends, which is what it should do, right? Because we need to compress that tube slightly so that when we're attaching all the components to the straight part, the straight stick, that when we bend it and it elongates, those components end up in the right location. So that's how easy it is then to unbend a part with all the components. If you have any questions about what you've seen in this video today, please feel free to email me or my team at support@advancedtubular.com. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Have a great day.